The memory of echoes. In a small village nestled at the foot of a towering mountain range, there was a legend. It was said that once a year, on the night of the autumn solstice, the mountain's ancient caves would whisper the memories of those long gone. These whispers, known as the echoes, carried the secrets, dreams, and regrets of those who had once lived in the valley. Many believed the echoes were the voices of ancestors trying to communicate with the living. Lydia, a quiet young woman with a curiosity for the mystical, had heard these stories all her life. Unlike the others in her village, she was not afraid of the echoes. Instead, she longed to hear them, to understand the wisdom they carried. She believed they could help her find a purpose in the life she had always felt adrift in. As the autumn solstice approached, Lydia prepared for a journey to the caves. Armed with nothing but a small lantern, a blanket, and a notebook, she ventured out alone on the night of the solstice. The path to the mountain was treacherous, winding through dense forests and across narrow cliffs, but Lydia was determined. By the time she reached the entrance to the cave, the moon hung high in the sky, casting a silvery glow across the landscape. The air was still, and the only sound was the gentle rustling of the wind through the trees. Lydia hesitated for a moment, her heart pounding in her chest. Would the echoes truly speak to her, or was it all just a fable? She stepped inside the cave, and almost immediately, the temperature dropped. The cave walls seemed to shimmer faintly, as if they were alive, breathing in rhythm with the earth itself. Lydia found a quiet corner and sat down, wrapping the blanket around her shoulders. For a long while, nothing happened. She waited patiently, watching the flickering light of her lantern cast dancing shadows on the stone. Then, just as she began to wonder if the legend was a myth, she heard it. A faint whisper, like the rustling of leaves, echoed through the cave. At first, the words were indecipherable, just a soft murmur of voices. But slowly, the sounds became clearer, as though the cave itself was speaking directly to her. Lydia closed her eyes, allowing herself to focus on the voices. They spoke of love, of loss, of forgotten dreams and unfinished stories. They spoke of choices that had been made, paths that had been taken, and roads left unexplored. One voice stood out from the rest, a woman's voice, gentle but filled with sorrow. "I was once like you," the voice said, "searching for meaning, for a place in the world. I wandered these lands, hoping the mountains would reveal their secrets to me. But the truth is, the answers you seek are not here. They are within you, waiting to be discovered." Lydia's heart ached as the words washed over her. The echoes were not just the voices of the past, they were a reflection of her own doubts and fears. The journey she had taken was not about finding some external truth, but about understanding herself. As the voices faded, Lydia felt a deep sense of peace settle over her. The mountain had spoken, not through magic or mystery, but through the quiet reflection of her own soul. She stayed in the cave for hours, listening to the last remnants of the echoes, before finally returning to the village at dawn. From that day forward, Lydia no longer sought answers from the world around her. She had learned that the most powerful truths came not from the echoes of the past, but from the whispers within her own heart.